This comes after the city enacted a series of laws that allows delivery workers to be paid when they're searching on the app or while they're traveling to a job. All right, 7:43, shall we talk a little sports?
Let's do it. And in the spirit of Wicked, there's no place like home.
It's true. There's no place like the Garden. The Garden of Oz, I guess, or maybe. But home was Kansas for Dorothy. We are talking about the New York Knicks. So they were looking to bounce back from a bad loss to the Celtics on Tuesday. So they came home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And at the Garden, the Knicks, they had a 15-point lead in the first quarter, but it dropped to 3 points until Jalen Brunson knocked down a three at the buzzer to end the half, giving the Knicks a 6-point lead. And then the Knicks went to town, thanks to Karl Anthony Towns. That reverse slam put the Knicks up 16 in the fourth quarter. Cat had a monster double-double, 35 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists to go with all of that. Knicks beat the Hornets 119-104, so they're 14-7 on the season, but 11-1 at home. All right, as for the Brooklyn Nets, they were on the road in Chicago taking on the Bulls, and Michael Porter Jr. scored 33 points and had 10 rebounds for a double-double himself to help Brooklyn beat Chicago 113-103. And for the Nets, that is their first back-to-back win this season, 2 in a row. Let's go to the ice now. The New Jersey Devils were home at the Rock hosting the Dallas Stars. Oh, but the Devils quickly found themselves down 2-0 after the second period. Dallas even tacked on another goal in the third. The Devils get shut out in this one. They lost to the Stars 3-0. That's their third straight loss. The Devils have really struggled since losing Jack Hughes back on November 15th. They had finger surgery, should be back in early January. Well, it is official now. The New York Liberty have a new head coach. Chris DeMarco was named the 10th head coach in franchise history. The team announcing this officially yesterday. He replaces Sandy Brondello, who was let go after the Liberty were eliminated in the first round of the WNBA playoffs this past season. For the last 13 years, DeMarco has worked for the Golden State Warriors in a variety of positions, most recently as their assistant coach. DeMarco was part of Golden State's 4 NBA championships. And the New York Mets have also made this officially official, announcing the signing of ex-Yankees pitcher Devin Williams. In a statement, Mets president David Stern says Williams is, quote, a dynamic pitcher who will help bolster the back of the bullpen. The 31-year-old won the National League Rookie of the Year award in 2020 before making 2 All-Star games in 22 and 23. And he's posted a 31-16 record with the Milwaukee Brewers and Yankees combined. And speaking of the Yankees, the New York Yankees and the Steinbrenner family are holding their 36th annual Children's Holiday Concert Series right now. And at yesterday's event in Tampa, Florida, Yankees captain Aaron Judge and his wife Samantha were there greeting children, and they also read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to the kids in attendance. The event spreads holiday cheer to underserved and at-risk children in the Tampa Bay region. There will be another concert tonight as well as tomorrow night. Imagine getting that bag of goodies from Aaron Judge. All right, this is a great local story. A Newark student athlete is heading to Stanford University to play college football. Malcolm X Shabazz High School senior defensive back Zayden McDonald was all smiles as he signed his early letter of intent to play Division I football. McDonald, who excels in the classroom, in the community, as well as on the field, got emotional as he thanked his parents and teachers for their dedication to him.
You know, there was some times where I did feel like giving up. I did feel like quitting, but if I quit this early, then I wouldn't be the man I wanted to be in life. I wouldn't be successful.
Oh, I'm so glad he stuck with it. McDonald is the second student, by the way, from Malcolm X Shabazz High School in the last 2 years to go to Stanford. And after signing his letter of intent, McDonald's team played the high school Group 2 football state championship last night, but unfortunately they lost 27-8 to Camden High School. I love how his parents have the garb on already. The Stanford
already got
Cardinal.
the swag. Congratulations
nice swag.
to him. That's a great story.
Bro, you fit right in with the red, too.
I know. Well, I'm ready for Christmas.
Yes, December.
All right. Thank you, Tina.
You got it.
When we come back, entertainment news is next, and it's that time of year. Rolling Stone unveiling its top 25 albums for 2025.
Plus, we now know when the long-awaited season of Euphoria is coming back. Ryan has those details when we come back on Good Day.
We know we can't change everything you don't like about shopping, but here at Stop & Shop, we're going all out to improve what we can.
Thank you.
We've seen you doing finger math in the store, but no more of that. You deserve a better way to save.
Heck yeah, I do.
With over 10,000 items always on sale, it's time we actually loved grocery shopping.
Justin, when was the last time you went on break?
I'm on break right now. With so many ways to save, good things are in store at Stop.
right, welcome back. Here's what we have going on. A little bit of a change for us coming up. We've got an Arctic cold front dropping into the northeast and the tri-state. Clouds are increasing. So far, nothing falling that makes it down to the ground for us here in the tri-state yet, but we might see a few flurries, especially for our northwestern counties in a little while. Temps look like this: 34 Central Park, 32 in White Plains, 28 in Belmar, and 33 for you in East Hampton. The wind is coming in from the west at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sometimes the wind gusts are going to get up to 30, maybe even a little bit higher than that as we get later into the morning and into the afternoon. Wind chill factors are down into the mid to upper 20s. Feels like 27 in Central Park, as well as Islip and Bridgeport. Now, as we head toward the late morning and early afternoon, the clouds again continue to thicken. If anything, maybe a few light flurries or a mixed shower drops into our northwestern counties. Tries to make it to the metro areas this afternoon, but if it does so, it should not be a big problem out there. Every once in a while, you do get a little squall that comes together, but it's not too often that would happen. Tomorrow morning, it gets real cold. We're talking about temperatures starting off as cold as 2 for you in Monticello, about 20 degrees, 21 for you out at Central Park. But generally, it's a cold day out there, and even the highs in the afternoon are in the lower 30s. A little disturbance rolls by to the south that may throw up just a little bit of a rain-snow mix as we head toward the late afternoon and evening for you Friday into Saturday. But today's a cold one with your high temps at 39. A few flurries not out of the question for us here, and a cold this weekend too. Let's take you over to Inez and get you going with the commute. Good morning.
Hey there, Mike. Gridlock alert day. Street cleaning rules are in effect. And we have a couple of problems this morning. Route 78, a debris spill from an overnight accident has 2 lanes closed eastbound on 78 in the local lanes by exit 56. So expect delays, especially going to the express lanes. That's seeing a lot of alternate traffic. Then 280 has an accident eastbound by exit 4. Delays go back to Route 80. If you're traveling on the Jackie Robinson Parkway eastbound, expect delays approaching Union Turnpike exit 5. You have a crash in the right lane on that one. With New Jersey Transit, we have delays in and out of Penn Station, 15 minutes. That's because of Amtrak overhead wire issues. Path trains cross honoring at Newark, Hoboken, and 33rd Street. The Gladstone branch did have some delays. Service has resumed with residual delays. Everything else running on or close. Rosanna and Curt, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Inez. Ryan Christopher's here.
Yes, Rosanna Scotto, Curt Menefee, and this morning we're talking about Scarlett Johansson. Shall we talk about her?
Let's do it.
Yeah, ScarJo, let's talk about her, because apparently she's going to be starring or one of the featured actors in the upcoming Batman Part 2. How you like that?
I like that.
Me too. Now, the actress is in final negotiations to join the upcoming sequel to 2021's The Batman. This is all according to The Hollywood Reporter. However, it's unclear which role she could be up for, although some fans are speculating that she could play one of the villains, possibly Phantasm or Poison Ivy. Now, the last time there was a Poison Ivy, that was in one of the George Clooney flicks. Now, it's expected that Zoe Kravitz, her Catwoman character, Selena Kyle, will not return for this film, but Johansson, she's no stranger to superhero movies. Of course, she played Black Widow in the Marvel films, and she also just got cast in the Exorcist reboot, so she's booked and busy. But the Batman Part 2 is expected to start filming next year. And now to this, fans of Euphoria. You guys are fans of the show, right? Euphoria?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of
I have to say I watched one episode, and it just got me too crazy. I couldn't watch it.
It's a lot.
And I haven't seen it at all, but I've heard about it.
Yes, well, now you can binge because season 3, now we're getting a first look at when it's going to be coming out. As fans have waited like 4 years for season 3 for the show to drop, and now we have a big premiere date. It's all going down in April of next year, so mark your calendar. The series starring Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, who was just in Frankenstein, and so much more. And we're now learning that the series is set to premiere on HBO in April of next year. So stay tuned for that. And now let's talk about music, shall we? As the year comes to a close, everybody's letting out their list of the end of year wrap, right? First you had Apple Music yesterday, Spotify, and now Rolling Stone also with their very own list of the 100 best albums of the 2025 chart. So here it is. Topping the chart was Bad Bunny's I Should Have Taken More Photos. That's the English translation, who is also the most streamed artist on Spotify, by the way. So a big year for Benito. He also had his big residency in Puerto Rico, and Rolling Stone called the project, quote, a triumphant homecoming with 17 tracks that traverse Puerto Rico's rich kaleidoscope of genres. Sliding into second place was Lady Gaga's Mayhem, and Rolling Stone says that Gaga is her, quote, most authentic self from start to finish in this album. And rounding out the top 5 was Rosalia's Lux, Baby by Dijon, and Getting Killed by the band Geese. If you've heard that one before. Geese, huh?
Not to be confused with the band Goose.
Goose, right, very different.
Which is totally different.
Two totally different
It really
bands.
is.
But shout out to Bad Bunny, the really artist of the year, and of course he's performing the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah,
exactly.
You'll
He's
be
the
there.
man right now.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle of it. All right. Thank you very much,
You're
Ryan.
welcome, guys. Yeah.
Ryan Christopher, thank
Curt
you.
Menefee, you got it.
All right, when we come back, we're going to pay tribute to a piece of New York City history. It's a new exhibit dedicated to the Metro card.
Isn't that, it's the end of the Metro card,
That's
right?
why it's a piece of history.
There you go. Plus, a man will do just about anything for his wife, Curt.
Yes.
Especially when she's carrying a little something. How her cravings led to a pizza order that is now blowing up on social media. We'll have details when we come back.
877.
Right here, right now. Rosanna Scotto, Curt Menefee. Let's have a good day, New York.
Okay, let's do it together. Look at 6th Avenue. Busy. You know why? That tree went up. So we're looking at the Fox tree on the left, but on the right by Radio City, that's where the, Rockefeller Center tree is.
And the madness.
And the madness. Okay, anyway, another cold day ahead. We could get some snow flurries later this afternoon. Mike is tracking it all for you.
In the news this morning, suspected killer Luigi Mangione is going to be back in court later. This is the third day of his pretrial hearing, and it comes exactly 1 year to the day after the CEO of United Healthcare was shot and killed in Midtown.
The man accused of assaulting an NYU student in a seemingly random attack has pled not guilty. The latest says he's now accused of another assault just days before.
Big changes are coming for subway riders who rely on the F and M lines between Manhattan and Queens. It's confusing, but the MTA says it's going to speed up the commute.
Plus, we all love to scroll on our phones, but it's taking a toll on our well-being. We're talking about digital burnout. Added to the other burnout that we have, right?
Exactly, and the other digital problems that we have.
Oh, yeah, that's
just one after another. We don't want to end the year this way. Come on.
No, okay, we're going to stay positive. Stay with us on this. Good day, New York. It's Thursday, December 4th. I'm Rosanna Scotto.
I'm Curt Menefee. Appreciate you being with us. Mike, look at how festive she is. We can't end the news
I'm
on a bad
matching
note.
the point. Do you say poinsettias or poinsettias?
Poinsettia.
Yeah, I'm with you, poinsettia.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know people do go both ways.
They do?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't go both ways, just on the plant.
Apparently, that's her party dress, because her mind's in a whole different place right now.
I'm not sure where this is going, but I'm going to try to go in another direction.
Take it away.
You guys brought it up.
Okay, whatever. Let's show you what we have going on. We've got an Arctic cold front coming this way, kind of cool things down and also kick up the winds, but also bring the chance of a few little snowflakes or some mixed showers, especially for our northwestern counties. Shouldn't be much, but every once in a while, get a little nature surprise, and it gives you a little more kick than what you're thinking. Anyway, you've got 36 in Central Park right now, 32 degrees in White Plains, and 30 in Sussex. Cold air's on the way. We have the winds coming in from the west-northwest at around 6 to 12 miles per hour. And so typically a southwest wind will start to warm you up, but there's a lot of cold air back behind that front, and that's trying to work its way in at the same time. So that's why your highs should be limited to around 39 degrees or so this afternoon. Lots of clouds, windy, cold conditions. Just a few flurries possible, especially for our northwestern counties. But tomorrow, another small snow threat or a rain-snow mix comes through here as another disturbance slides by to the south. But it's a really cold day out there. Let's bring in Inez and get another catch-up on the commute. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Gridlock alert day today and tomorrow. Street cleaning rules are in effect. If you're traveling on the LIE, expect delays here westbound approaching Roslyn Road. The right lane was closed with this accident there off to the side. Mostly police activity there between exits 39 and 37, so expect delays westbound. Then over in New Jersey, Route 80 west after exit 59, there's an accident blocking a lane. Route 78, that's been slow this morning, heading eastbound towards exit 56. There's debris on the roadways from an overnight accident involving a dump truck, so 2 lanes are closed in the local lanes, and everyone's using the express lanes as an alternate, so expect delays on both. 280 eastbound by exit 4. You have a crash there at Queens, the Jackie Robinson Parkway. Eastbound at Union Turnpike, you have another wreck, 1 lane blocked. New Jersey Transit in and out of Penn Station, a 15-minute delay due to Amtrak overhead wire issues. Everything else running on or close to schedule. PATH trains are cross-honoring at Newark, Hoboken, and 33rd Street. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
Inez, thanks so much. Luigi Mangione back in court today for day 3 of his pretrial hearing.
It comes on the 1-year anniversary of the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Briella Tomasetti live right now in Lower Manhattan with what we can expect in today's proceedings. Briella.
Yeah, Curt and Rosanna, good morning. It is exactly 1 year since prosecutors say 27-year-old Luigi Mangione ambushed and gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan. And the 27-year-old, yes, he is due back in this criminal courthouse behind me today. It is the 3rd day of a multi-day hearing that started on Monday and could very well carry on into next week. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to 9 state counts as well as 4 separate federal charges, which come with the possibility of the death penalty. guilty. Before the state trial gets underway, the court must review evidence collection and evaluate Mangioni's statements. Earlier this week, Judge Gregory Caro began to hear testimony that will help him decide whether police had a legal right to obtain physical evidence, including a notebook and the gun found in Mangioni's backpack. The defense wants that evidence thrown out since police in Pennsylvania did not have a search warrant and questioned Mangioni for about 17 minutes before he was read his Miranda rights and taken into custody at a local McDonald's. This week's hearing applies only to the state case, but is giving the public a preview of some testimony, video, 911 calls, and other records relevant to both cases. It's not immediately clear what witnesses or evidence will be expected today, but prosecutors are expected to call as many as 28 witnesses altogether. They've maintained that police were justified in searching Mangioni's backpack to ensure there was nothing dangerous inside, and said his statements to officers were voluntary and made before he was under arrest. Mangioni's defense team already scored a major win by getting state terrorism charges thrown out back in September, and say that unconstitutional police conduct threatens his right to a fair trial. We could see a possible ruling on this matter this week, today or tomorrow, or next week, which is a lot more likely. And that ruling could come in written form due to the high-profile nature of this case and intense public scrutiny. Court resumes at 9:30. We'll keep you posted. Rosanna and Curt, back to you.
Hey, thank you, Briella. Meanwhile, the man accused of assaulting an NYU student pleading not guilty in the attack.
But now we're learning that that 20-year-old may not have been his first victim. Jessica Formosa, what do you know?
Curt and Rosanna, that is right. The suspect, James Rizzo, has a long rap sheet. Police say he has 16 prior arrests. Late last night, he faced a judge. We've learned the suspect was released from state prison in September, out on parole after serving 2 years on a conviction for persistent sexual abuse. Police say he is a serial offender. His victims, mainly women. The 45-year-old was arrested Tuesday for an assault on an NYU student. The attack was caught on camera and has since gone viral. According to the NYPD, Rizzo came up behind his victim on Monday morning in Greenwich Village, slapped her head and her behind, pulled her hair before throwing her to the ground and running off. The 20-year-old victim, Emilia Lewis, detailing the attack on social media. Rizzo was charged with persistent sexual abuse, forcible touching, and assault in that case. Now, but we have learned days prior to his latest attack, the suspect may have assaulted another woman, 68-year-old Diana Barzell. Police say it happened on Thanksgiving Day. The victim was walking along Fifth Avenue with her sister-in-law on her way back from the Thanksgiving Day parade when police say she was assaulted by Rizzo, leaving her with a gash on her forehead that forced her to get at least 6 stitches. On Tuesday, when he was picked up by police, authorities say Rizzo had burglarized a building near Washington Square Park. You're about to hear from Diane detailing her attack. She says the suspect came out of nowhere, got in her face, and started yelling.
Once I saw his face, I realized things were not normal, so I looked away to try to disengage, hoping he would just go away. And after about 5 or 6 seconds of his continuing speaking, he stepped back, and I thought he was leaving. And the next thing I knew, I was slammed into a glass panel there on the sidewalk and slid down. I guess he left.
Very disturbing. Now, Rizzo pleaded not guilty to the charges. He's being held without bail. He's expected to be back in court today for violating his parole, and then again on December 8th on those assault charges. Curt and Rosanna.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Meanwhile, police need your help in finding 2 people involved in a series of robberies.
The moped-riding suspect struck 8 times in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. In each case, the victims had necklaces ripped from their necks, and the suspects got away on a black moped. Overall, police say they took thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. If you have any information, they are asking you to call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS.
Federal rental assistance payments will be delayed this month. The Section 8 program provides federal dollars to landlords who lease units to low-income tenants in order to subsidize the rent. It affects NYCHA, which manages the program in our area. The delay is being blamed on the government shutdown, so we're just letting you know what's happening. The F&M subway lines, meanwhile, are swapping in one of the biggest changes to subway service in some time.
Starting on Monday, the F will no longer stop at 21st Street, Queensbridge, Roosevelt Island, Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street, and 57th Street. They're going to be served by the M line. But the M will no longer stop at Queens Plaza, Court Square, 23rd Street, Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street, and 5th Avenue at 53rd Street. They will be served by the F line. This is a permanent service change, but only on weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. MTA Chair Jano Lieber discussed the swap.
And we're all New Yorkers, and we all know we have our set routines. Nobody likes change, but here's the real benefits. Folks in this station in Roosevelt Island are going to get less crowded trains, whichever direction they head into. The F train coming from Eastern Queens is really, really crowded in the morning, so you have more chance of getting a seat.
I advise you to go to the MTA website to try and figure out this switch rather than just listening to us. It is very, very confusing. The MTA says it'll all help make service faster and more reliable, not just on the F and M lines, but also on the E and R lines. Study up. All right, when we come back, it's a crazy pizza order one man's pregnant wife wanted, but it's not the order that's going viral, it's the response to it and what he said.
Okay, let's talk about the 9 o'clock hour, because director Paul Feig, one of our favorites, is here. He's best known for his movies like Bridesmaids and A Simple Favor. He's got a new film out, The Housemaid. It's got Sydney Sweeney in it, you know, the It Girl. It's going to hit theaters later this month, but we're going to find out more from Paul Feig coming up at 9.
Fox Local.
Well, a man's pizza order for his pregnant wife going viral. He ordered a large pie with a long list of toppings, including triple pepperoni, extra cheese, banana peppers, light jalapenos, half chicken, half mushroom, half caramelized onions, half olives, and light sauce. But the best part of the order was the message the man left. It read, quote, Bro, yes. I know this looks insane. You're probably like, who is this dude? I'm a dude who has a very pregnant wife. I'm done questioning what she wants. I'm scared of her. You should be too. Some responded to the message. The man didn't order the pizza. He submitted a cry for help.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Well, a woman added, I'm pregnant and reading this just got me hungry.
I love the message. I mean, the request itself is, he's right. Somebody's probably going, who is this guy?
I don't know.
But now we know.
I know, but you know,
did you have crazy cravings?
I really did not, but I have crazy cravings now. Like,
yeah,
I would go
right.
for that.
Yeah. It didn't sound that bad. Probably one slice would be enough for us, Mike,
right,
because it's got a lot of toppings. But when you started off with triple pepperoni and extra cheese,
cheese.
I could be in for that, you know?
Why not?
But it kept saying half and half and half, and I couldn't figure out what half was what half.
Well, and exactly.
I was like, you got to get it wrong.
Right, because that means half the pie, right?
Right.
Half
so
what?
So what's the purpose of putting it on? But that's okay. Hey,
we don't ask questions.
Just
don't
put
anger
it
the
all
pregnant
over.
wife.
He told us. He's like, leave it alone.
That's right.
Scared.
That's right. Keep it moving. Anyway, great job. Fun stuff. Hey, let's talk about what I know a lot of folks, they're going to want to order in on a day like today. You know why? So cold outside. It's going to be that way. I'm thinking about going into hibernation myself. 48 your normal high temp for today. We should make it back up to about 39, close to 40 for us later on this afternoon. And the reason being, we've got an Arctic cold front on the way. It's trying to carry with it a few snow showers, maybe mixed in with a little rain. Most of that should be falling apart, but if a little bit of it holds together, especially for our northwestern counties, not a big surprise. Temps look like this. Still cold, 36 Central Park, 32 degrees in White Plains. The winds right now aren't so bad, coming in from the southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Does make it feel colder, but your temps won't go up much. Only, again, the upper 30s to close to 40 degrees as we get into the afternoon, and that's because the Arctic cold front is sinking in even as we speak. By about mid-morning, it should be here as your temps continue to climb a little bit, but it doesn't look like a whole lot holds together. Just a few little patches of light mixed showers come to mainly our northwestern counties, but even in the metro areas, it's possible. Look how cold it is tomorrow morning. Low temperatures dropping down into the teens and low 20s for us here, and then another disturbance goes by later tomorrow, which tries to kick up a few quick showers. I don't think much holds together again. Most of that will be in the mid-Atlantic region, but a few wet snowflakes coming through late tomorrow into early Saturday morning. It's a possibility. So keep that in mind. Both today and tomorrow have some very small shower threats out there, but it is very cold out there as well. And it looks like, even next week, our temperatures are well below normal. Look at that high on Monday, only 32 degrees. By the way, another birthday shout out to our friend Rosa Reyes. Happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic one. Got the celebration going already. Let's take you over to Inez right now and see what we have with the commute. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike, and happy birthday, Rosa. Right now, taking a look at the Gowanus. Of course, that's slow. Traffic at a crawl right now from the Belt Merge heading towards the BQE. They're inbound, westbound, heading towards the Belt Merge on the outbound side. You look good. The LIE by the Grand Central Parkway, also normal delays here, both directions. Not too bad eastbound, just westbound. You're a little jammed up more so. George Washington Bridge heading into the city. It's about 30 to 40 minutes on the upper and lower level. Same goes for the Lincoln Tunnel. There was a stall that was quickly cleared away, but you do have delays there. You can see traffic at a crawl there around the Helix. If you're heading towards the Holland Tunnel, about 30 to 42. Rosanna, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Inez. The Adams administration has announced a multi-million-dollar flash flood prevention plan. The administration announced the launch of a $68 million plan to reduce flooding in Prospect Park and surrounding neighborhoods. It calls for the creation of Brooklyn's first ever Blue Belt, which is a drainage system that normally handles runoff precipitation that falls on the streets and sidewalks. The city's Environmental Protection Commissioner actually spoke about the plan.
Improvements will enable us to lower lake levels in under 36 hours, greatly increasing our storm capacity. Because what we're able to do is, when a storm is coming, create space in the lake so that the drainage flows into the lake rather than flowing out of the lake, which happens so often.
The plan follows a year-long study by the Department of Environmental Protection.
Well, a move by the Trump administration could mean you'll be going to the gas station a lot more. The White House reveals plans to decrease fuel efficiency standards for new vehicles. A Biden-era rule called for raising the minimum mileage for gas-powered cars and light trucks to roughly 50 miles a gallon by 2031. The Trump policy would reduce that to about 34 miles a gallon. The Trump administration claims the fuel standards were unattainable and only drove up the cost of cars.
Macy's says it plans to help with struggling sales is actually proving successful. The company announced yesterday that it's raising its outlook for the year after its sales reached their highest level in more than 3 years. This comes after the company implemented a plan that included closing underperforming locations, investing in the shopping experience at those open stores, and simplifying operation and catching up in the luxury market. The company says sales also rose for luxury stores Bloomingdale's and Blue Mercury, which are both owned by Macy's. Did you know that?
I do about Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Blue Mercury.
There you go.
All right.
Coming up right here on Good Day, we are a wealth of information, including, did you know there's a gingerbread city right here by the seaport this holiday season?
You don't have to trust us. Crystal Young is already there. Crystal. Uh-oh.
Yes, yes. Good morning, good morning. So I am at 19 Fulton Street. It is a pop-up. It has a gingerbread city, and yes, you can find gingerbread and so much more. But also at this pop-up is Willett's Cafe, and they are doing a special gingerbread cappuccino just for the pop-up that you can get. And before I toss to the break, I just want you to meet Italian Spinoni. That is the type of dog that he is. This is Willett. I mean, how darn cute. All of it you can get if you check out these cool gingerbread houses. And oh, I just want to mention that this is from Gilly's Coffee, the oldest coffee merchant in America. So much going on, so little time. Come back. More Good Day New York is coming right back.
The Gingerbread City is backed by the Museum of Architecture in London, and it's returning to the seaport this holiday season.
The pop-up Wonderland invites visitors to roll up their sleeves and build their own gingerbread creations like Crystal Young has been doing this morning. You were teasing us before that you were going to get started. I can't wait to see what you made.
Okay, wait. What? Making. Let's make that active. Okay, made would be maybe like in another 5 hours. Okay, so this is part of my structure here. I know it doesn't look like your typical gingerbread structure. It is very, very modern. It is very, very me. And see, all of this I have laid out, I'm using to decorate, but it is a process. I just want the camera to slide over to show you that on East 67th Street, there is a bakery and a coffee shop. It's called Padoka. We all know and love it. They actually make these kits where you can come down and purchase the kits so that you can make your own gingerbread magic. How fun is that? Like a perfect holiday thing. You know what else is perfect and holiday is when architects are able to use AI and modern technology to help them make their gingerbread houses. Now, let me just explain where we are. So it's 19 Fulton Street at the Seaport. You can come down and check out different gingerbread structures that architectural firms have made, and they're also different and also intricate and also cool. But I'm introducing you to George Proud, who has a company named Gendo. Let's talk about what Gendo does and how you help architects and how you're involved with gingerbread.
Yeah, so you've said it already. The creative design process is amazing, and the technology that we're seeing now is all over the place. So Gendo is a way of capturing all of this stuff and making it professionally useful for architects in their design workflow, empowering them to use all of this stuff more, faster, better, and maintaining control of the AI and the design in the process.
So can architects sketch something and then somehow they're able to see it on a screen as a gingerbread structure? Then they can actually follow the dots to make that structure?
Precisely. So they can hand sketch it, take a photograph of a model or 3D model it, and then they can use that to then generate an image of their design which accurately reflects their intent, and then they can get gingerbread or they can get photoreal or watercolor, whatever they want.
I like it. And that has happened in the past, that things have been created and they've just made a gingerbread.
Some of these gingerbread houses were designed through Gendo, so they did their sketch, got the image, and then built it, which is awesome.
Okay, so we want to end with showing you something cool. It's the reason why I put back on this scarf, because I just wanted something colorful at my neck. But you actually can take a photo of me and then turn me into a gingerbread cookie. Am I correct?
Precisely.
You know, as if I could get any sweeter. Okay, so go ahead. All right, so you're going to take a photo of me. Okay,
so
here I am. Wait, hold on.
5 seconds to get your pose. Looking good. There we go.
Okay, all right. So now the machine is going to do its thing, the magic of AI.
Yeah.
I feel like people are so afraid of the AI, but it can actually help us and do some really fun, cool things.
There we go.
Look at me. Okay, I look a little large there. All right, come on now, Gendo. It's like I ate all the gingerbread up in here. All right,
No,
but that is really cute, and I'm already gingerbread color, so I don't need much help. But thank you. So fun. We will be back with more in the 9 o'clock hour, showing you intricate things that are just so cool. All right, for now, I'm going to toss it back inside to both of you, Curt and Rosanna. I know you wish you had a gingerbread image of yourself.
Yes, definitely.
We're jealous, yes.
Thank you so much.
I know.
All right, because you know what? We have other things to think about, because you know what today is?
What is today?
It's Cookie Monster's favorite day, National Cookie Day.
Yummy, 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 yummy cookies. Many businesses are actually offering special deals today, starting with Dairy Queen. Are there any Dairy Queens around here? Maybe in Jersey?
Maybe in Jersey,
Maybe
probably.
in Jersey, all right.
Probably.
Long Island, there are some,
Okay.
we're being told. Okay, I like a DQ every now and then. Anyway, they're giving away a free mini frosted sugar cookie blizzard with the purchase of some meals. Insomnia Cookies giving away the first 100 loyalty program members. When you come in, you visit a certain location, you get a free Snowball Classic cookie. And Dunkin' Donuts is giving reward members 3 times the points when they order any espresso beverage.
Win-win.
Yeah, exactly. When we come back, how some people are combating what's being called digital burnout.
Plus, get ready for holiday baking like you've never seen. We're doing a lot of baking today,
Exactly.
right?
Gingerbread, cookie day.
You know who's going to be here? Miss Carla Hall. Next Level Baker is premiering tonight on Fox 5 at 9 p.m. Chef and TV personality, one of our favorites, Carla Hall, will join us with a look at all the festive challenges. Good day, coming right back. Love this song. Love Jelly Roll. Got to meet him at one of his concerts. Very nice man. By the way, he looks totally different now.
He's lost about half his weight. He says he's lost over 200 pounds.
Wow.
And he also shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his wife is like, who did I marry?
Do you think she's on the positive side with that?
I think
or
positive.
You're a different guy than the guy I married?
Oh, let's
Depends
hope
on the day.
Hopefully it's positive. Anyway, he's 41 years young today. Happy birthday. All right, 8:30 in the morning. Nice to have you with us. I'm Rosanna Scotto.
I'm Curt Menefee. Appreciate you being with us on this Thursday. One day away from your favorite day, at least at this time.
Wow. Now we can really talk about it.
Yes, okay.
Because, you know, we have a tradition around here on Good Day. So we play that song, Native New Yorker. We go crazy. We dance, we sing, we sway, and we want you to do the same thing.
Every Friday at 8:30, we choose someone to be our Native New Yorker of the day. We're asking you to just submit a video doing whatever you want to that song. Use the QR code right there on your screen. Send it directly to us.
That's it?
That's all you have to do. And then we pick a clip, and someone gets to be on television as the Native New Yorker of the day each and every Friday at 8:30.
So much fun. And then Mike, you know, usually says a few things. He tries to emulate them.
And then we make fun of Mike, and then we move on.
It's a whole tradition we have here on Friday at 8:30.
And it's fun.
Yes.
We got like the festivity one way or the other. I don't mind, you know, having a little fun poked at me every once in a while. I can
you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
If you're gonna have fun.
Exactly. Be the butt end of the joke.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right. So we're looking for Friday. It's just a day away. And here we go. Right now, a little bit of a shift. Early this morning, this was a completely sunny sky. Now we've got a lot of the higher, thinner clouds, not quite giving us anything just yet as far as rain or snow is concerned. But we got to keep an eye on the observations, what people are seeing at the ground level, because there's a threat that you'll see at least a little bit of light snow or flurries, especially in our northwestern counties. But quite honestly, it could happen anywhere in a situation like this. It's just less likely in the metro areas. You've got 36 right now, Central Park, 32 degrees in White Plains, 27 degrees in Monticello. The wind is coming in, turning more westerly. It'll turn more northwesterly as time goes on. Right now, wind speeds at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Wind chill factor feels like 28, Central Park. As we get deeper into the morning, your chances of the clouds thickening, yeah, that's there. But when it comes to the rain-snow mix, if anything does come together that's a little more substantial, it's more likely in the northwestern counties. High temps this afternoon, upper 30s to around 40. Very cold tomorrow morning, still breezy as lows drop down into the teens and 20s. Coldest morning we've seen in a long time, and it stays kind of windy throughout the afternoon. Then another area of low pressure passes to the south. That could bring us another small round of showers in the coastal areas, Jersey Shore into the New York Harbor over to Long Island. A little rain snow mix is trying to come through at that time. So your high temp today, 39 degrees. That Arctic blast is coming through. That wind makes a difference. Low tonight drops down to 21. It's going to be stinging tomorrow morning. In fact, throughout the day tomorrow, we're in a deep freeze day. We come out of it over the weekend, but it's still cold. Let's bring in Inez right now and see what the situation is, trying to get around.
Hey there, Mike. Gridlock alert day. Street cleaning rules are in effect. 78's been slow this morning eastbound because of a debris spill from an overnight accident. So we have a couple of lanes closed in the local lanes by exit 56. And now there's a new accident reported in the area. So be prepared for delays in the local as well as the express lanes. They've been dealing with that all morning, that debris spill. Then 280, four-car accident has eastbound lanes over by exit 4, one lane closed. So that's backing things up. The rest of your commute, just delays. There's a look at the Cross Bronx, northbound and southbound on the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Traffic moving slow. Same goes for the Deegan, a little slow. Stop and go traffic there heading northbound and southbound. The Mario Cuomo Bridge has a nice flow there coming towards us Westchester bound without any major problems. No issues heading into Rockland County. Now with the rails, New Jersey Transit, Amtrak overhead wire issues causing a 15-minute delay in and out of Penn Station. PATH trains are cross-honoring at Hoboken, Newark, and 33rd Street. And the PATH trains themselves having some problems. Hoboken to World Trade Center, that's a track condition causing delays. Rosanna and Curt, back to you.
Inez, good to know. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, President Trump defending his administration's decision to launch those deadly airstrikes at boats it claims were smuggling drugs into the U.S.
This comes as the Navy admiral who issued the orders is scheduled to be on Capitol Hill for a hearing later today. Robert Moses, correct?
That's right, Curt and Rosanna, in about 2 hours from now. And this one attack in particular is facing close scrutiny. That admiral you alluded to, Frank Bradley, who the Trump administration says ordered a second strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean Sea back on September 2nd. will speak at a classified briefing on Capitol Hill later on this morning. All 11 people on board that boat were killed, according to the administration. The Associated Press reports that the Pentagon knew there were survivors after the initial attack, captured in this video, but still carried out the follow-up strike because it was necessary to sink the boat. That second strike is so controversial because if there were survivors and if there was a second strike, it could amount to a war crime. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has defended Bradley's decision. Hegseth says he made the right call, had the complete authority to call for that second hit. So far, the Trump administration has carried out more than 20 strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific that have killed more than 80 people. Critics have questioned whether this campaign is even legal. In the Oval Office yesterday, President Donald Trump stood by Hegseth and Bradley and promised to release any video of that second strike in question.
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release, no problem. I think you're going to find that this is war. I support the decision to knock out the boats.
Hegseth has received bipartisan criticism for that follow-up strike. This week, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called him a national embarrassment. Schumer eviscerated Hegseth again last night.
He's out of control. He's incompetent. He's juvenile. He has endangered the lives of servicemen and women. He's hidden up the tapes of what's going on in the Caribbean. He seems to be covering that up. He should be gone.
Hegseth is also facing harsh criticism after the Pentagon Inspector General released a report saying his use of a Signal group chat, quote, could have resulted in failed U.S. mission objectives and potential harm to U.S. pilots. Hegseth laid out specific mission details in the chat with other top cabinet officials before a strike against Houthi rebels in Yemen. He also mistakenly added a journalist from The Atlantic to this chat, which, of course, is how the story came to light in the first place. Today's classified briefing on the boat strike in question from back on September 2nd begins at 10:30 this morning. Again, it is classified. It is unclear when the administration will release the video footage that the president has promised to release. Kurt, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Robert. Well, a Manhattan judge has ordered OpenAI to provide news outlets with millions of anonymous chats between ChatGPT and its users. The newspapers want to analyze a sample of ChatGPT's consumer logs to test its language learning model and to see whether and how it is using journalists' work. The judge found the AI conversations were, quote, clearly relevant to claims they contain reproductions of copyrighted works. A spokesperson for OpenAI said it will continue to explore every option available to protect its users' privacy. And we all know it. We're in front of our screens and using social media now more than ever. But what used to be considered fun is quickly becoming burdensome to a lot of people.
And now more people are claiming they feel digital burnout. Meredith Gorman has details right now.
Across the country, more people say they're hitting a wall with their devices. Constant alerts, endless scrolling, and the pressure to always be reachable are pushing many Americans into what experts now call digital burnout.
Digital burnout is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion as a result of prolonged exposure to screens. So not just phones, like iPads, Kindles, TV, and it really is this chronic stress.
According to Shift's 2026 State of Browsing report, 62% of us are constantly overwhelmed with those push alerts and notifications. But experts say there's no need to feel helpless, saying it's okay to pause those alerts and take short 5-minute breaks without your phone, and even create tech-free zones at home.
Awareness. So naming it for what it is. And, I think self-control is a big part of why people come to therapy. And, when we just sort of becoming more aware of the tendency to go to one tool.
And that's exactly what those I spoke to told me they try to do. Become aware and adjust their digital habits accordingly.
I try to spend the first 30 minutes when I wake up off the phone, and I think that helps me have more mental clarity throughout the day.
I try to, but I'm not always successful. But I just got one of those Hatch alarm clocks so that I can sleep with my phone in the kitchen. So that's my goal for the next year.
I've tried setting screen limits, time limits on my phone. I do an hour and a half a day. I've been trying to stick to it because it's so easy to turn it off and just keep scrolling.
So if you're feeling drained by your digital life, you're not alone. A few small changes might help you regain some balance and a little peace. Meredith Gorman, Good Day, New York.
It's hard, man.
It's hard. I try to do that on Friday. Like, I'll put it in another room, and then I go in another room and chill out.
Yeah.
And then I come back, and then I'm all stressed out by all the things I missed.
Because you missed. You feel like you missed.
Yes, I
That's
feel like
what
I
it is.
missed.
You feel like it. Because when you actually look at it, you're like, oh, that was a waste of time.
I know.
You know, I mean, it catches us both ways. We're all addicted to it. It really is. When we come back, we're going to shift gears and talk about Catholic Charities, because every year they provide meals and services to over 400,000 New Yorkers.
Well, it's holding its 80th annual Cardinals Christmas lunch today. We're going to be joined by the organization's CEO to talk all about it when Good Day returns.
Many jobs are available with the City of New York today. Get connected to career opportunities as a teacher, school nurse, correction officer, taxi inspector, and more. Whether you're starting out or looking for a change, there's a place for you with the City of New York. Start right now at deliveringforyou.nyc or call 212-386-5000. Hiring professionals are waiting to help.
Work with NYC is where you're meant to be.
Deliveringforyou.nyc.
Helping some of the city's most vulnerable. Catholic Charities provides meals and services to over 400,000 New Yorkers each and every year. Programs include protecting children, strengthening families, and assisting the hungry and the homeless.
All month here at Good Day New York, we're highlighting organizations that give back to those in our community. Joining us this morning is J. Antonio Fernandez, CEO of Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of New York. Welcome to Good Day.
Thank you so much for having
Welcome
me
to
here.
New York. This is your first Christmas here, huh?
I know. It's very warm here.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Well, you came from Chicago, right?
Yes.
And you've been with Catholic Charities for a number of years, but first time with the Archdiocese of New York.
Of course. Who can say no to Cardinal Dolan? You know, Cardinal Dolan calls you, run Catholic Charities for me, and you do whatever he says.
I know. And today's your first Cardinals Christmas lunch. By the way, last year, Curt emceed it.
Yes, I did, because she was receiving an award.
I was an angel last year. I don't know if you could tell.
You're an angel every day.
Let me
we
fix,
can debate that.
Let me fix my halo right now. Anyway, what are you looking forward to today?
Oh my gosh, it's a great event. Almost 1,000 people together. And just honoring great honorees, great angels as well, and just to enjoy the beginning of the Christmas season so we can help more people in these holidays.
Talk about Catholic Charities in general and what they do, because I mean, obviously your services are provided year-round to people.
Correct. Yeah, so you mentioned before, 400,000 people in New York get food, get services every day from Catholic Charities. Last week alone, it was 3,000 families during the Thanksgiving holidays actually got turkeys and the whole meal. And that was a blessing to do something for those people, but not just that week. We do it every day, every week, every month. And I think that's the important thing about Catholic Charities, helping everybody, regardless where they're coming from, regardless what race they are or religion. We're here to help them with food, with clothes, with housing. Whatever they need, Catholic Charities will be there.
Talk about the other aspects of it, because I think, especially this time of year, people hear food drives and the meals and everything, but you talked about housing and clothing and things that people need every day of the year.
Every day. So, you know, like New York is, as we know, it's getting cold. It breaks my heart to see people in the streets with no homes, with nothing to eat. So for us, we're trying to help more people to move into housing. And how do we help them now to stay in housing? Because at the end of the day, our job is to provide for people in need, but also to help them become self-sufficient, to help them to actually stay out of poverty and go out there and have a good, normal life. Normal, you know.
And I know that Catholic Charities also, you know, takes care of moms and their kids, and they do very special events for them with food and obviously helping them with gifts for the holidays as well.
Yeah, yesterday I was in one of the sites that we have with a mom who was actually blind, legally blind. Her Catholic Charities was helping her with housing, but then she was thanking us for the diapers and the formula. Because she was a young mom, she's like, I never knew it was so expensive. And I told her, like, I never knew myself when I had my baby. But that's what Catholic Charities does, is to help everybody with love and respect.
You know, we keep talking about affordability in New York City. It's tough. But it's tough everywhere. We're hearing it's tough all over the country.
It is tough all over the place. In Chicago, in San Antonio, I dealt with the same things.
That's where you were prior to this.
But in New York, everything is more expensive, as we know. So I think it is more important for Catholic Charities to step up and help everybody in need.
One big thing about Catholic Charities is you hear this title, you don't have to be Catholic to receive services, nor to donate.
No.
How can people help out?
Or to work at Catholic Charities, or to volunteer at Catholic Charities. You know, people always say to me, like, well, you only help the Catholics. We help everybody. We don't ask you, are you Catholic or not? We ask you, are you hungry? Do you need a place to sleep? Do you need clothes? And that's what we do. So if anyone wants to help us during this holiday season especially, please just go to the website at Catholic Charities NY, or just call us, or go to a site and say, like, hey, I want to help.
Is that the same place people go if they need your services?
Of course, correct, yes.
That's good to know. By the way, Monsignor Kevin Sullivan was the head of Catholic Charities in New York for a number of years. Yes. Got a chance to work with him. Big shoes.
Oh my gosh, you're telling me. He tells me what to do every day. It's like my wife. I have my wife, a Monsignor, telling me. It's great.
Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we'll see each other in a little bit?
Absolutely. We're going to have fun.
J. Antonio Fernandez, welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. He's found out how cold it gets here. Mike Woods, tell him he ain't seen nothing yet.
Unfortunately, but there's still going to be, you know, some warmth in the air, and it is the season, so we'll get done what we need to, and it's going to be an okay sort of day. I mean, it's kind of gray outside and cold and windy, but at least it's still dry for the moment, but still a risk of some showers just coming this way, but it looks like it's really small stuff that we will be dealing with today. Since January 1, just under 37 inches below of rain have come through here. We're running about 8.5 inches behind, and so therefore we could use a substantial storm with perhaps a good amount of rain. This is just promising maybe a few flakes of wet snow for our northwestern regions, but that's probably it. The rest of us are probably going to see a cloudy, cold condition, but that's about it. Windy too. 36 out at Central Park, 34 degrees in Newark. Winds are now picking up a little bit from the southwest at around 6 to 13 miles per hour. It'll make it feel colder than it actually is, so you got to bundle it up. Feels like 29 in Islip, and that's the warm spot. Feels like 26 in White Plains and 16 only for you in Monticello. Futurecast tries to bring through some significant clouds, but as far as showers go, they tend to break up. Once they come down slope over the mountains, they tend to break up. Your high temp comes in at around 39 degrees today, but it's a little windy, so it won't quite feel like that. Then it's clear and cold tonight. Lows dropping down into the teens and 20s, so cold this morning we've seen for a long time. Maybe a few record lows set for you in places like JFK and LaGuardia. I think you could do it. Central Park, probably not. Then later in the day for you tomorrow, we have another disturbance right and by to the south. That tries to bring in a little rain snow mix for the Jersey Shore out onto Long Island late tomorrow into early Saturday. It doesn't have a lot with it either, but it's still something to just kind of be on the lookout because a slick spot here and there, not out of the question. Today's afternoon high temp about 39, but windy and cold. A few flurries up to the northwest. Again, a few afternoon, a little rain snow mix showers come through, but it's not a big deal. Stays cold for a while. Let's bring in Inez and see how we're moving with the roads and rails. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. A few problems this morning. Gridlock alert day. Street cleaning rules are in effect right now. 78 moving better eastbound. The local lanes. Accident cleared off to the shoulder, but there was also a debris spill in the local lanes that was out there for most of the morning commute. Everything's been cleared away, so traffic moving better, but still expect some delays. The BQE heading towards the Brooklyn Bridge. Stop and go as usual. Heading inbound, outbound side, you're fine there. The GWB, it's 30 minutes right now heading towards the upper and lower levels. If you're heading for the Lincoln Tunnel, you can see 495 moving slow here as you come in from Route 3 in the Turnpike. That's about a 30-minute delay inbound to Holland, 30 minutes. With the rails, New Jersey Transit, there's a 15-minute delay in and out of Penn Station. PATH trains are cross-honoring at Hoboken, Newark, and 33rd Street. But the PATH trains are having some problems. Track condition causing delays Hoboken to the World Trade Center. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. We are counting down to the end of the Metro card. An exhibit is opening to honor the payment method. It's called Farewell Metro Card. It opens December 17th at the New York Transit Museum in downtown Brooklyn. The exhibit will take you through the rise and retirement of the iconic fare card that debuted in 1994, replacing the subway token. The MTA says the final day for Metro Card sales will be December 31st.
You have one, right?
I have a biggie.
Okay. We saw it actually in the video there.
Yeah, I know. Do you think it's worth anything? I'm not going to get rid of it.
Not yet. Yeah. But a month from now, oh my God.
You think so?
Off the charts.
I'll let you buy it for $1,000.
With crypto.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we'll do it all here.
All right, entertainment news coming up next with Ryan Christopher.
And coming ahead in the 9 o'clock hour, Dylan's Candy Bar is taking over Good Day. We'll be joined by the candy queen herself, Dylan Lauren. She's bringing us some holiday sweet treats. Can't wait for that. That's ahead in the 9 o'clock hour of Good Day New York.
Hackensack.
All right. You run out of gift ideas after a while.
Right, so true.
You need to find something to give people.
Okay.
How about a ticket for Saturday night's Powerball drawing?
Why not?
The jackpot right now, $820 million. That's because no one picked all the correct numbers in last night's drawing. If you didn't win, because no one did, but you may want to check your numbers to see if you want something smaller. Here are the numbers. 1, 14, 20, 46, 51, and the Powerball is 26.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You give it as a gift, and they win.
Have you seen that commercial?
No.
It's for the New York Lottery.
And
a woman gives a gift. It's a scratch off.
And?
She scratches off, and then the rest of the commercial they're fighting over. She's like, I gave it to you. She goes, but it's a gift. And I gave it to you, but it's a gift.
50-50,
Yeah, and
at least,
they
right?
keep fighting over it.
You
Yeah,
got it.
you got to make a decision
10%.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're just putting it out there, Ryan.
Right, hypothetically, look, we
Can
can
you
split
give
it
it to
three
them
ways.
after the drawing? Can you do that?
Yeah, why not? Hey, it's the season of giving, right?
There you go.
Why not?
Yeah, or re-giving.
Yeah, something like that. Speaking
talk entertainment.
of giving, it seems like Emily in Paris is the gift that keeps on giving.
Can't wait.
Season 5, now we're getting a little preview in the brand new trailer for Season 5 of Emily in Paris, but she's not in Paris, she's in Rome, of all places. Check it out.
Keep your attention on Muratore. The business, not the man.
We want to make sure it's something that people can connect with.
Nothing excited me.
All right, after 5 seasons, like, is Emily ever coming back to the U.S.? Like, is she still just on a never-ending vacation? Is she going to get another job? Well, this season, Emily now is the head of a new fashion agency in Rome, so she's doing big things and now facing professional and romantic challenges, as she does every season. Although I don't think she really has challenges romantically. It's just, you know, who she likes better than the other.
Romantic choices.
Yes, choices. That's a better word there, Kurt.
Right.
Thank you. So she's trying to adapt to the new city. Lily Collins returning to star alongside Ashley Park, Lucas Bravo, Samuel Arnold, and many more. And season 5 of Emily in Paris premieres on Netflix on December 18th. Plenty of time for me to work on my French. And out of this, we're getting our very first look at the premiere date for Your Friends and Neighbors, of course, starring Rosanna's buddy, John Hamm. Now we have your attention, Rosanna.
My buddy.
So the Apple TV drama series starring John Hamm, Amanda Peet, and Olivia Munn was renewed for a second season last year, even before the first season premiered. Now, much of the show, it was actually filmed in Westchester County. So, Kurt, we know where Rosanna is going to be while they're filming season 2. But the 10-episode new season will debut its first episode on April 3rd of next year, with new episodes dropping weekly after that on Fridays through June 5th. And now let's talk music, shall we? Yesterday we talked about Apple Music, and today Spotify now out with their Wrap for 2025. And we're looking at the top artists on those global charts. So coming in at number 1, Bad Bunny. He is the first artist ever to have 4 different years where he has been the top global artist on Spotify. In 2025, he's the king as well, followed by T Swift, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Drake, and Billie Eilish. And on Spotify, they actually break it down by borough, so you can see which artists were listened to the most in each borough. And it was really Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, and Drake in all 5 boroughs. But Bad Bunny topped the global charts for the top 10 most streamed albums of the year with I Should Have Taken More Photos. That's the English translation. Also, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, from the movie. Well, that album came in second, followed by Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, which actually came out last year in 2024. Lana by SZA, and Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet. Now, as for the top 10 most streamed songs globally in 2025, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars' Die With a Smile. That got the top spot, followed by Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. Both of those songs, and APT by Rosé from Blackpink and Bruno Mars. All those songs, again, as we talked about yesterday, were released in 2024. And then our Song of the Summer, Ordinary by Alex Warren.
Yeah, that's a good song.
That was there as well.
I like the way Spotify breaks it down into different categories. You can have some fun with it.
And it lists your age now, right? Like your listening age?
Mine's much younger than I am. So I feel cool.
Oh, there you go.
I feel cool.
Come on now.
All right, we got to get ready for the 9 o'clock hour. Paul Feig is here talking about Housemaid.
We've got Carla Hall joining us.
Stop and Shop.
From Fox 5 New York, this is Good Day New York.
Okay, let's see. It looks a little chilly out there, gray, cloudy, and we're gearing up for some wind. Mike is tracking the forecast for you.
Plus, Luigi Mangione will be back in court this morning. We'll have the very latest from Lower Manhattan for you.
Also this morning, we're learning new information about the man accused of attacking that NYU student on her way to class.
Well, nothing says Christmas like a decked-out gingerbread house. Crystal Young takes us to the Gingerbread City in Lower Manhattan.
One of our favorite directors, Paul Feig, is here. We're digging into his new psychological thriller, The Housemaid. Everybody's talking about it because Sydney Sweeney is in it. And Amanda Seyfried. What a great cast.
Yes.
And we love Paul. Anyway, nice to see you.
It's a little bit different for him. I can't wait to dig into it.
All right. Good Day, New York. I'm Rosanna Scotto.
I'm Curt Menefee. It is just after 9 o'clock. Mike, we saw the shot there. It's getting cloudier. What happened to the sun we had yesterday? At least we had that.
We had it yesterday. Now, it's fading out on us here. We've got an Arctic cold front that's coming in that's giving us this cloud cover that we have here, Curt and Rosanna. But it's also going to bring in some very cold temperatures and windy conditions and maybe even some wet snowflakes passing through. But right now, it's still dry. Yes, the clouds are a little thicker. You can definitely see that on the radar satellite as soon as you step out the door. And it's definitely a cold start to the day. So lots of clouds, even a little hit of snow showing up on that radar depiction there near Passaic County and Bergen County, but it's not making it to the ground because the air is still pretty dry. We don't think that we're going to get much here today in terms of there actually being snow observed at the ground, at least over the core of the tri-state region, maybe in our northwestern counties, but that's probably about it. 36 right now, Central Park, 31 in Sussex, 28 degrees in Monticello. The wind is coming in from the west and southwest at around 6 to 12 miles per hour. That wind speed will pick up. The wind chill factors are going to be a factor today, as right now they're in the mid to upper 20s and probably get up into the lower 30s as we head toward the afternoon because there's even more cold air coming in. That's the Arctic cold front that's sliding through. And on the futurecast, as it passes by, we're really not expecting it to hold on to much. There's just not a lot of moisture with it. So it'll pass by and maybe give you a few wet flurries in our northwestern counties, but the rest of us should be okay. If you see a wet flake of snow, not a big surprise. The bigger storm coming through over the next couple of days is that area of low pressure coming to the Carolinas. It does throw up enough moisture to where we could see a few wet snowflakes along the Jersey Shore into the New York Harbor, out onto Long Island late tomorrow and into early Saturday. But it doesn't look like that's going to put out much, but we still have that cold air with us, and reinforcing shots of cold air keep coming in over the weekend. So we're going to keep those cold temps around, unfortunately, and the winds are also not going to help you, especially today. Lots of clouds out there and maybe a few flurries, especially northwest. And then tonight gets real cold. Some of us could be setting record lows tomorrow morning. I don't think it's happening for Central Park, but JFK and LaGuardia might set record low temperatures tomorrow. Tomorrow's high only 31. We're in a deep freeze. In fact, below normal temps all the way through that 7-day stretch. Let's take you over to Inez and get another check-in on the commute. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Street cleaning rules are in effect. It's a gridlock alert day. And taking a tour around the area, we do have delays out there. The Triborough Bridge from Queens, Bronx, Manhattan bound. You have traffic a little slow this morning. If you're heading towards Queens, you're fine. No major delays. The Gowanus also slow from the Belts merge heading towards the BQE. Even the HOV lanes are moving slow this morning inbound. On the outbound side, you're looking great. George Washington Bridge, 30 minutes on the upper and lower level. If you're heading for the Lincoln Tunnel, a slow ride on 495 as you make your way up towards Kennedy Boulevard. It's about 30 minutes there inbound at least. The Holland Tunnel has about a 25 to 30 minute delay. With the rails, New Jersey Transit 15 minutes in and out of Penn Station due to Amtrak overhead wire issues. PATH trains are cross honoring at Newark, Hoboken, and 33rd Street. Everything else looks good. PATH trains had some issues, some delays. Hoboken to World Trade Center. That's back to normal service. Back to you, Curt and Rosanna.
Okay, we've got some breaking news out of Washington. The FBI has made an arrest in the investigation as to who placed pipe bombs near the headquarters of the Democratic and Republican National Committees the night before the January 6, 2021 riot at the Capitol.
Well, this is the first arrest in an investigation that has lasted nearly 5 years. Sources say this suspect is a man who was taken into custody this morning. The bombs were placed on the evening of January 5th, 2021. Devices, thank goodness, never detonated, but the FBI has said they had the potential to seriously injure or kill anybody who was there. We'll have much more on this throughout the day on Fox 5 and, of course, the Fox Local app.
Back here in Manhattan, Luigi Mangione returns to court. Exactly 1 year to the day after prosecutors say he shot and killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown.
Well, Briella Tomasetti is keeping an eye on things for us this morning. Are they in court yet, Briella?
Yeah, Rosanna and Curt, court resumes at 9:30. We saw a few supporters here that made their way into the courthouse. And, of course, there are not as many theatrics or costumes, none actually today compared to what we saw on Monday, because that was the first day that 27-year-old Luigi Mangione was in court in quite a significant amount of time. But this is, yes, again, exactly 1 year later after prosecutors say that the 27-year-old ambushed and gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan. It is the third day also of a multi-day hearing that started on Monday and could very well go into next week. Mangione pleaded not guilty to 9 state charges, and as well as 4 separate federal counts, which come with the possibility of the death penalty. Before the state trial gets underway, the court must review evidence collection and evaluate Mangione's statements. Earlier this week, Judge Gregory Caro began to hear testimony that will help him decide whether police had a legal right to obtain physical evidence, including a notebook and the gun found in Mangione's backpack. The defense wants that evidence thrown out since police in Pennsylvania did not have a search warrant and questioned Mangione for about 17 minutes before he was read his Miranda rights and taken into custody at a local McDonald's. This week's hearing applies only to the state case, but it is giving the public a preview of some testimony, video, 911 calls, and other records relevant to both cases. It's not immediately clear what witnesses or evidence will be expected today, but prosecutors may call as many as 28 witnesses altogether. They've maintained that police were justified in searching Mangione's backpack to ensure there was nothing dangerous inside, and said his statements to officers were voluntary and made before he was placed under arrest. Now, there's also this. Remember, Mangione's defense team scored a major win back in September when they had his state terrorism charges thrown out. They say that unconstitutional police conduct threatens his right to a fair trial. As for a ruling when that may come down on this pretrial hearing, well, it could happen today, tomorrow, or again next week, which is more likely because we still have to hear from more witnesses. That ruling could also come in written form due to the high-profile nature of the case and the intense public scrutiny. Court resuming at 9:30. We will keep you posted. Curt and Rosanna, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much for that update, Briella. Well, we have new images this morning of the man accused of attacking an NYU student earlier this week.
Good days. Jessica Formoso joins us right now to show us those images. Jessica.
Good morning, Curt and Rosanna. Those photos from inside the courthouse last night. The suspect, James Rizzo, who has a long rap sheet, 16 prior arrests, faced a judge. We've learned the suspect was released from state prison in September, out on parole, serving for 2 years on a conviction for persistent sexual abuse. Police say he is a serial offender. His victims, mainly women. The 45-year-old was arrested Tuesday for an assault on an NYU student. The attack was caught on camera and has since gone viral. According to the NYPD, Rizzo came up behind his victim on Monday morning in Greenwich Village, slapped her head and her behind, pulled her hair before throwing her to the ground and running off. The 20-year-old victim, Amelia Lewis, detailing the attack on social media. Rizzo has been charged with persistent sexual abuse, forcible touching, and assault in this case. But we have learned days prior to this latest attack, the suspect may have assaulted another woman, 68-year-old Diane Barzell. Police say it happened on Thanksgiving Day. The victim was walking along Fifth Avenue with her sister-in-law on her way back from the Thanksgiving Day parade when police say she was assaulted by Rizzo, leaving her with a gash on her forehead that forced her to get at least 6 stitches. On Tuesday, when he was picked up by police, authorities say Rizzo had burglarized a building near Washington Square Park. You're about to hear from Diane detailing her attack. She says the suspect came up to her out of nowhere, got in her face, and started yelling.
Once I saw his face, I realized things were not normal, so I looked away to try to disengage, hoping he would just go away. And after about 5 or 6 seconds of his continuing speaking, he stepped back and I thought he was leaving. And the next thing I knew, I was slammed into a glass panel there on the sidewalk and slid down. I guess he left.
Rizzo pleaded not guilty to the charges. He's being held without bail and is expected to be back in court actually today for violating his parole, and then again on December 8th on those assault charges. Curt and Rosanna, just disturbing details from the victims.
Terrible. Okay, thank you so much. Let's talk about the F&M subway lines. They are swapping in one of the biggest changes to subway service in some time.
All right, pay attention. Starting Monday, the F will no longer stop at 21st Street, Queensbridge, Roosevelt Island, Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street, and 57th Street. They're going to be served by the M line. The M will no longer stop at Queens Plaza, Court Square, 23rd Street, Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street, and 5th Avenue, 53rd Street. They will be served by the F train. This is a permanent service change, but only on weekdays between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. MTA Chair Jan Lieber discussed the swap.
And we're all New Yorkers, and we all know we have our set routines. Nobody likes change, but here's the real benefits. Folks in this station in Roosevelt Island are going to get less crowded trains, whichever direction they head into. The F train coming from Eastern Queens is really crowded in the morning, so you have more chance of getting a seat.
Well, the MTA says this will help make service faster and more reliable, not just on the F and M lines, but also if you ride the E or the R lines. And there are lots of words out there that can be hard to pronounce, but there are some words and phrases in particular that Americans had trouble with this year.
Oh, I hope I don't have to say them. Okay. The language learning company Babbel and closed captioning company The Captioning Group, they released the list of the most mispronounced words in 2025. Okay. First one on the list,
yes.
Zoran Mandani.
And just about everybody who ran against him had trouble saying that one.
The other one was the Louvre, after we've, had that biggest heist,
I
right?
figured people would know how to pronounce that after hearing it so often.
Mon Dieu. Oh, this one I always have a problem on. Acetaminophen.
I think it's acetaminophen.
See, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Acetaminophen?
Yeah.
See, it doesn't fall off the tongue as much. Anyway, that's the active ingredient in Tylenol. And then after the president warned pregnant women not to take Tylenol.
That's when it became talked about a lot.
Okay, the other one that I'm loving, this word, Mounjaro, because it has row in it. And I'm thinking, down the road, this might be my friend. Many weight loss drugs that have risen in popularity. A lot of people are on it. They're looking good. They're looking good.
Yeah, because I go Manjaro. So I get that one being
Did I say it wrong?
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So apparently
just give us the darn shot. We're ready. Anyway, let's talk about the world-famous Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It's now officially lit for the holiday season.
Well, there were thousands of people watching in person, millions more on television as the switch was flipped, illuminating 50,000 colored lights and a giant star on top. It's a 75-foot Norway spruce. The tree will be lit every day from 5 in the morning until midnight, except on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day when it'll go 24 hours. On New Year's Eve, the lights will be on from 5 in the morning till 9 at night.
Fantastic. Okay, coming up, some Christmas creativity is on display at the Gingerbread City in Seaport.
Crystal Young is there getting a grand tour this morning and making her own little baked goods.
Good morning. That's right. I just want to pan over to my little creation. This is what I created. Okay. I know I have some problems down toward the end of the roof, but look, I do have a door. I do have a window. You can buy kits at Gingerbread City from Padoka Bakery and do this all yourself. It's tons of fun. And what says the holidays like gingerbread? Nothing else. And if you come here, you will get a ton of it. And there's a cafe. I have the story of Gingerbread City straight from London to NYC when Good Day comes right back, so stick with us.
'tis the holiday season, you can spend time in a neighborhood that looks good enough to eat.
Good Day's Crystal Young is living in that neighborhood. She's down in Gingerbread City in the Seaport, spreading Christmas cheer. Okay, don't be too hard on yourself, Crystal. That's, you did a good job for a first-timer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what I discovered? That piping literally almost kind of turns into glue. So you don't have too long to like get it decorated because then it seizes up and it's not having it. But you know, live and learn, live and learn. It's a work in progress. Well, I am next to something that clearly I did not make because look how fabulous it is. I mean, when was the last time you saw good and plenty balconies? I mean, this is some high level gingerbread we have going on at Gingerbread City. I'm going to slide over to the woman that helped bring all of this to New York City, and you are the founder of the Museum of Architecture, but in London. All of this has been happening with gingerbread for 9 years, but just 2 years here in the city, correct?
Right, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the whole point is to get people excited about architecture and the built environment, and then get them building too.
Yes, and that is something that you can do here with the kits from Padoka Bakery, but you can come check all of this out. You partnered with architects to bring these creations to life, correct?
Definitely, and we're running workshops upstairs as well for families. So yes, everyone can come down, get inspired by the gingerbread here, and then go upstairs and make their own gingerbread structure.
Okay. I love it. All right, now I'm gonna slide over to Amelia. Amelia Vincent is the founder of Studio V. So let's get specific so people know where they're coming and how long. This is just a pop-up. It doesn't last forever, and if people want to come, how do they get tickets?
That's right. We are here, we're open tomorrow, and we're here through January 4th. So come see us. We're at 19 Fulton Street, down in the Seaport, just past the 3-story Christmas tree. Okay. And we're open every day. So visit thegingerbreadcity.com and get tickets for your workshops.
Got you.
Come see us.
Now, how long? Like early in the morning to late at night? No, you can't be in here making gingerbread people at 11 p.m.
Night. Not all night. No. 9 to 6.
9 to 6.
Yeah.
All right, fabulous. Yeah. Thank you so much, Amelia. All right, now I'm going to float over to Jenny Payson, who owns an architectural firm here in the city, but she is so multi-talented that she knows how to build brownstones out of gingerbread. Yes. All right, so let's float over to your creation because it is just so good. Let's start with the outside and the overall idea. It's so New York City.
Yeah, thank you so much. We were absolutely inspired by the work that we do on an everyday basis for our clients, renovating these brownstones in Brooklyn. And we thought, how can we sort of take this existing structure and make something really fun and playful? So what we did was we kind of were inspired by the sculptor named Gordon Matta Clark that cut big kind of holes into buildings. We're like, why don't we do that? We'll cut holes into these brownstones and create these communal, playful spaces inside. So we have like a disco and a botanical garden with a waterfall. And
oh, wait, is that what that is? The oh, yes, because there's always a botanical garden and a brownstone. Yes,
yes,
okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And then we have sort of on this side a like a color sensory playground for the Teddy Grahams there to enjoy. So yeah, this was the idea, is to kind of make this playful space that's hidden behind this more kind of landmarked building facade.
I like it. I like it. I like it. How long did this take you to do, and was it harder than you thought it might be?
So we did participate in this event 2 years ago, and we had so much fun, and my whole team just had this. It was just a wonderful experience to like be able to do this together and like before the holidays, take a little break from work. And so we knew a little bit what we were getting into. It does take longer than you think it's going to take.
I bet.
And you're certainly like addressing the same issues that we address on an everyday basis. Like, how is this going to stay up? Like, is it structurally sound, you know?
Nice.
So all of those things we had to consider. But yes, we had a great time. It took us about a week to make with my team of 3, but we loved doing it.
Okay. Well, you know what? I can tell you that it was successful. It's New York, and it is a shame that it can't just last forever, that it's made out of gingerbread, because it's so cool. But, you know, maybe we'll break off a few pieces and eat them. Okay, I'm joking. No, we won't. She's like, you will not be messing up my creation.
I wouldn't eat it.
Okay, all right. She's like, don't eat it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, this is really fun. It's family fun. There's also a Willett's Cafe where you can get beverages and little noshes. It is at 19 Fulton Street. 'tis the season for gingerbread. All right, I'm going to toss it back inside to both of you, Curt and Rosanna.
Okay, so ours, thank you very much, Crystal, seems so simple and rudimentary based on that.
Did we even try? Let's try something. You got to give it the old college try,
I'm like,
Curt.
oh my gosh.
Come
this
on,
is
let's
not a brownstone,
decorate.
they're single houses. Okay,
Let's
so
decorate.
this is, the gingerbread's already done.
Yeah.
So we're going to decorate.
Okay,
I'm going to put some of the frosting.
Okay.
Oh, icing, frosting. I was going to say white stuff. I don't know what it... Squeeze?
Yeah, give it a good squeeze. Okay, can I decorate? Oh, goodness. We may need to call in some help
I
here.
can't get it to stop.
This
There we
is
go.
terrible. This is terrible. Paul Feig. Paul Feig.
We need some direction.
There we go. Cut. This is a disaster. I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh.
There's no second take on this?
No, call in the stunt team, please.
I knew this was going to happen.
Oh, man.
But we are in the spirit.
Yes.
And by the way, you have a new movie.
I do.
Should we talk about that with Paul
How about
Feig?
let's take a break?
Okay, Paul
and then we'll
Feig's
talk
here.
about it because this is a little bit different for you.
Yeah. Yeah,
A little bit.
And yet still, you'll
with
see
the
me in
Feig
it.
spirit.
Yes, exactly. The
That's
Feig
what we
spirit is
like.
alive. Exactly.
All right, we'll talk with Paul Feig about his brand new movie, Housemaid, The Housemaid, when we come back.
The job is mostly cleaning, organizing, some light cooking.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Hello.
Millie's gonna be living with us.
She's gonna live with us.
Andrew, I told you that. She'd be part of the family. I want you to feel safe here. I do.
Uh-oh, one of them looks a little off the charts.
You think? The Housemaid is a new psychological thriller about a young woman with a troubled past who takes a job with a picture-perfect wealthy family and quickly realizes things aren't exactly what they seem.
The film stars Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried, and of course the director, one of our favorites, one of Hollywood's favorites, Paul Feig.
Oh.
Nice to see you.
Always good to see you.
Oh, my gosh. So happy to see you. Hello, neighbor.
Yeah, hello, neighbor.
You two live in the same building?
The same building,
Yes,
exactly.
People are
exactly.
talking about
I know.
that.
It's
Everybody's talking
the
about
hottest
it.
building in town. That's what it is.
Meanwhile, this looks so good, Paul.
Thanks.
So what was it like to make this movie for
It was
you?
so much fun. We shot it in New Jersey in January and February of this year.
You did?
Yeah, it was freezing cold. Thank you, New Jersey. But it was fantastic. Yeah, we had the best time. It's it's based on a book, a best-selling book called The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which has been on the bestseller list for like 2 years. So it's got a big fan base. But there's a reason why it's so popular, because it just takes you on such a ride. There's so many twists and turns, and audiences get very emotionally invested in this. So we have people cheering and screaming and laughing, and I mean, you really go through a whole thing. It's really fun.
And by the way, Sydney Sweeney, probably the it girl right now.
Yeah, good old Sid.
She wasn't the it girl last January when you chose her.
She was right on the cusp, and I've just always been a big fan of hers. She did a movie a number of years ago called Reality. And that was when I saw that, I was like, wow, she's really a deep talent. And then this came along and was able to work with her. And then Amanda Seyfried,
she's
who
great.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Had a birthday yesterday, too.
She did. We were celebrating with her last night. Yeah.
One of the things that I keep saying, it's a little bit different for you for two reasons. One, it was a book that existed that you turned into a movie rather than it being an original script. Yeah. And also, it's got probably a little darker places than you usually go, but with your twist.
Yeah, it goes pretty dark, but in a I don't say a fun way, but it is fun. It's you think it's one thing and it becomes another thing, and by the time the audience realizes what it is, they're so ready for it to resolve in a very satisfying way that they get very vocal in the audience.
You keep mentioning the audience. This sounds like a film people need to see with other people.
This is the reason why movie theaters exist. My last 3 movies have been for streamers, and it's been fun, but I make movies for an audience, for a crowd, to have a group experience. And you can tell people are just so excited to kind of have this experience. And it's a great Christmas movie because, Christmas holidays, we're surrounded by happy things and all that, but there's a lot of tension under the surface when family gets together.
Have you been to my family's house?
I've been told. Exactly. So when you go to this movie and you release all that tension, and then you go back to your family and you feel much better.
I love it. Okay, so this has to be seen in movie theaters.
Yes.
It's out next week?
Out on the December 19th.
Yeah, 19th.
All through the holidays, you can go.
That's amazing. Okay, so what's next? Because a lot of people are talking about A Simple Favor 3.
Well, you never know. I mean, we had so much fun making those.
And the last one was in Capri.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a cliffhanger, right?
Oh, yeah. We always leave you wanting more. We don't know. It could be that. There's 2 more books in the Housemaid series, so
Is there a sequel that people ask you about the most? Because, you've done The Spy, you did Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of Bridesmaids and Spy people want.
My friend just said you need to do The Spy.
Yeah, thank you, Claire.
But nothing is on...
No, not at the moment. I mean, it's sometimes people want a sequel, but then maybe they don't. You know what I mean? Then you make it, and they're like, "Oh, the first one was better." So, yeah, when you make a movie, you kind of feel like you just got away with something. So you're like, "Let's just walk away from this thing."
Sounds like
As James Brown said, "Hit it and quit it." Exactly.
Hey, did I see Blake Lively kind of contributed to your casting with this?
Oh, yeah, because she worked with Brandon Sklenar in It Ends With Us, and she kept telling me when we were working on Another Simple Favor, you've got to meet Brandon. He's the greatest. He's so funny. He's so talented, so handsome. And finally, I had a meeting with him for this role, and it was like the minute he walked in, it was like, you're hired. I mean, he's just so good in the film, and a very handsome man. So.
And Blake's been in 2 of your Simple Favors.
Yeah, I love Blake.
Yeah.
Blake's the best, yeah.
Anyway.
It's in theaters December 19th. The Housemaid.
Check it out.
Thank you,
But take a friend.
Take a bunch of people.
There
Exactly.
we go.
I like that. Thank you, Paul.
It's good to see you, Paul.
So good to see you
holidays.
guys. Thank you.
All right, coming up next, chef and TV personality Carla Hall is here.
She's getting us ready for a festive new season of Next Level Baker, which airs right here on Fox 5. Look, she's already in the mood. She's always in the mood.
I know, she's ready to dance.
in the morning.
So hot, get your chocolate.
I'm looking at the ingredients, but I am at a blank. No.
Okay, 10 seconds. Make sure you're taking the entire thing.
Okay, what I gotta get?
Nikki, don't leave it up there. Come on. What, you have enough stuff?
Holy cow, I did not get enough. That platform, it come fast and it leave fast. Oh, Lord.
This looks intense. It's all going down tonight on Fox 5. 12 bakers are taking their skills to the next level, competing for $25,000. Gordon Ramsay, Carla Hall, Candace Nelson. They'll guide them through this holiday-themed challenges packed with surprises.
It's a 3-week holiday baking contest, Next Level Baker. And it premieres tonight at 9 right here on Fox 5. Joining us, chef and TV personality Carla Hall with a little sneak peek. Always good to see you.
It is so good to see you. I'm reliving that moment.
I watched you.
I'm like...
you were like into it when you were watching that because things were coming back to you.
They were coming back to me. I'm like, get the stuff. Dang, I don't have enough stuff.
This is a sprint. 3 weeks?
It is a sprint. 3 weeks. We filmed it in a week. It's fantastic. The set is incredible. I mean, talk about a holiday wonderland. There may be reindeer, ice skating, carolers.
Santa going to be there too?
Gordon in an ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, gee.
Well, of course. So explain the premise of it that makes it different, because not only is it 3 weeks, which is $25,000 at the end for the winner?
$25,000 and a hex-clad prize package. So we don't draft teams. So all 12, and so you have the 3 layers, the 3 kitchens, and then you have home cooks, social media cooks, and professional cooks. So you have 4 of each, and it is they're drafted to the various kitchens, and then you have to stay on top. But then to be in that basement kitchen, when you don't do well, you go to the basement. And that is the kitchen that's like helter-skelter.
Right.
You have to be a MacGyver to get things done. You know, and
I have to say, baking is hard. My daughter and daughter-in-law were doing it this weekend, and it was like hours of them. I'm like, are you done yet? You're still kneading? You're waiting for this to rise? Like, it's very exact.
It's very exacting. I think you have to have formulas in your head. Also, when something goes into the oven, there's nothing you can do about it. You don't know if it worked until it comes out. So there are people who love it. I think when you have professional cooks, there's a science to it. Then you have the social media cooks, and you think everything's good, but nobody's tasted it. But then you have the home cooks, where they are making their tried and true things, and they are delicious and they are wonderful. But maybe the presentation isn't that great.
So did anything go awry during the filming of this?
Oh, there were some things. And you know what I loved about this? I got to get my hands dirty, so I got to mentor. But so I'm seeing people, I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work. And they're like, trust the process. I'm like, the process says to me, in my experience, this ain't gonna work. But you know, so yeah, things went awry.
Does it ever though? Like every now and then things, like you said, may not look good, but did it fool you even? Or no,
sometimes,
not really.
yes. In this particular case, no.
Okay.
But then you had one of the bakers. You saw Nikki up there. She was like, "Child, we had the boozy challenge." She was tipping back some little booze. She was like, let me calm down.
Yeah, everything tastes better with booze.
Are we going to have like some Carla moves during the show?
Come on, you have to have Carla moves. You know, we have some deep breathing, some centering, because it's stressful.
Anybody do your Southern cuisine for this?
Yeah. Yes. There's some people, and then there's some savory bakes. But then Nikki does a lot of Southern food, and so
sweet potato pie.
No.
Oh, well, I'm not coming to that kitchen.
As long as they're cookies, I'm coming. Today's National Cookie Day. I'm in, Carla.
I love cookies.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, so good to see you. Congratulations. So we can see it tonight,
right here on Fox 5, starting at 9 o'clock. 3 weeks, start to finish. And you can root somebody on to win $25,000 and maybe learn a baking tip or two.
Yeah, maybe a tip or two.
You never know.
Never know.
Always good to see you.
So good to see
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
Really. Thank you.
All right, coming up, our favorite sweets are back in studio.
Dylan Lauren is here with some delicious holiday treats from Dylan's Candy Bar. We're getting our sugar rush on Good Day today.
endorsed by Disney.
I feel like I'm kind of hiding in a magical candy store.
We are, but Dylan's not. She grew 6 inches during that break there. Actually, we had to put her in a little box just so you could see over these wonderful gift items that you brought. Candy for everybody. Of course, you know her as the Candy Queen, Dylan Lauren, founder of Dylan's Candy Bar. Thank you for bringing in treats for us. We appreciate it.
Well, you know, everything's oversized and fun and indulgent because a lot of the Dylan's Candy Bar items are for the whole family. So if you're going to a party or you're decorating under the tree or you're making a centerpiece, you want to make a big impression.
So take us through what we have here. You want to start on this side?
Yes. Over there is a giant stocking. It is one of my favorites. It's a huge item with tons of candy. We have a blanket to keep you cozy and a bunch of popcorn if you're doing movie night, watching the Christmas-themed movies, and some candies, of course, and s'mores.
So this is like a gift basket?
That's good, yeah.
It's a gift basket. It's a giant stocking, which is super fun, and you can use it year after year. Next is our Santa tower, which I love. This is literally made for us. It's our Santa with a Dylan's Candy Bar belt, so it's fashionable, and it has 3 tiers filled with candies. And what's fun about what we do is we curate the candies, so you have a Christmas tree-shaped pretzel, or you have a Santa gummy face and a Christmas tree, but and then there's like Santa Claus chocolate foils, but they're all unique flavors, so it's not your typical mix. There's
how much does something like this run?
Something like that is about $50.
Yes.
So it's a good range of price points from $50 to we get up there, but it's something for everybody, and it's shareable. And the next one is our chocolate Santa. Now, if you want to pick that up and weight train, you eat it, and then you can lose weight after.
Is that heavy? So it's solid chocolate all the way through. It's not just like hollow sometimes when you get it.
No, it's solid.
Wow.
It's 5.5 pounds, and it's about a foot tall.
You know what? You don't scare me. I can eat that. I can eat that in one sitting.
And we made it fun and colorful with the presents. We have a bark pie for Mrs. Claus, which is delicious. Unfortunately, I just had it before I came on here. It's got cookies and marshmallows, and it's really fun and good shareable.
So this is one right here.
This is here, and then in front, it's today National Cookie Day, as you mentioned. So we have a 10-inch Santa Claus. It's the Dylan's Candy Bar Santa Claus in purple gloves and pink scarf, and that's a fun item to share and break apart. And then smaller favors at the table, if you're having afternoon tea or coffee or foiled, those are actually Oreos with different decorations.
So let's get to the big gifts. Because I see these wagons here, and it takes me back to my childhood. I get all excited.
This is fun.
So this is awesome. This is our retro sweets. We have a huge nostalgia section in the stores, in the Hudson Yards, Dylan's Candy Bar. You'll see it. And
it's such a great store at Hudson Yards.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. Yes, and then I love this item because there's non-edible, so you could have T-shirts for someone, a vintage shirt, vintage games, and then some toys. But my favorite over-the-top item is actually in front. It's this extra-large tackle box, and it is got a story about Santa's factory that I wrote, and all the candies are curated to match the story. So you have exercise balls in there and hula hoops. There's dogs from the rescue in there, which are really licorice dogs. There's presents from the elves. There's fashionable mittens and snow gear. And there's coal if you're bad and money if you're good.
You got it all. You thought of it all. I have to say that is fun. And I already stole one of the little candies from there, so it's really good.
Yeah, so it's fun, and there's all the food groups: sour, sweet, sugar, chocolate, if you like that. Then again, we go back to more baskets, suited up baskets, Santa's outfit, and it's got nostalgia and everyday modern gifts for families, any ages can share.
And gingerbread houses seem to be the theme of the day here on Good Day.
Oh my God. Is this edible now?
Oh yeah, it is. I designed this with the bakery company, and it's been amazing. It's like got gummy bears and gum and candy canes and gummies, and it's a mansion. It's $1,500.
It is a mansion.
But you can tell. I mean, a lot of work goes into this.
Yes, and if you want to get creative, you can use our kit, which which is a smaller scale, but a very fun gift for the whole family to, compete in decorating a house.
That's 65. And did you see the way Curt and I decorated our gingerbread?
Yes.
It was really from hunger. It was terrible.
Yeah. Well, National Gingerbread Day, I think it's the
today.
12th.
Well,
it's the 12th? Cookie Day is today.
Okay.
The 12th is Gingerbread Day. So, start decorating now and then have it for the centerpiece.
The bottom line is every day's candy day.
Yes.
So you can have candy anytime. The best place to get it, Dylan Lauren and Dylan's Candy Bar.
And we have some Hanukkah gifts,
Yes,
too.
Hanukkah, for people who celebrate Hanukkah or non-denominational, we have cookie kits, and we have a whole bunch of present boxes that have, kosher candies, if you're kosher, chocolate and popcorn.
You've thought of everything,
Yes,
Dylan.
and all the colors are themed, and it's just fun, that everyone can enjoy any holiday.
What's your
every day.
favorite candy?
Oh, my God. I love this extra large tackle box. It has a lot of my favorite candies. I don't have just one, although I am leaning towards the red licorice and the Scotty dogs.
Oh, wait, you are?
And the gumballs. Yes, that's the one you stole, I think.
I'll take
All right,
another
she's
one.
going to eat candy. We're going to take a break.
Yes.
Dylan, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for
Dylan's
having
Candy
me.
Bar. You can find them down in Hudson Yards and online. When we come back, we're going to help local pets in need find their forever homes.
Best Friends Animal Society's here. Jill Rappaport. She wants to bring some home for the holidays. When we come right back.
We know we can't change everything you don't like about shopping, but here at Stop & Shop, we're going all out to improve what we can.
Thank you.
We've seen you doing finger math in the store, but no more of that. You deserve a better way to save.
Heck yeah, I do.
With over 10,000 items always on sale, it's time we actually loved grocery shopping.
Justin, when was the last time you went on break?
I'm on break right now. With so many ways to save, good things are in store at Stop & Shop.
On Fox.
Well, Best Friends Animal Society works year-round to help pets in need find their forever homes. And with the holiday season now here, they're launching a new effort focused on overlooked senior pets, long waiters, and pets with special needs.
Best Friends teaming up with animal advocate, podcast host, and our friend Jill Rappaport for the new series Home for the Holidays. Jill has also brought along the executive director of Best Friends Animal Society, Marlon Roberts. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
and
as well.
this beautiful Sterling.
Yes, Superior Sterling. She is a super angel, 6 years young, and just a total sweetheart. Has been sitting in the shelter system for over 200 days. No fault of her own. Look at her.
Yeah.
Just an angel.
She seems very, very well trained. What does Best Friends do during that time to keep the dogs active and happy?
Yeah, we're doing enrichment. We're getting them on a routine. We're actively looking for foster homes, which foster homes is what really helps them ease that decompress and really be able to get more information and find them a loving home. And we're also like working with volunteers to get them out for walks and like really learn about that animal's personality so we can advocate and get them a really loving home.
You know, it's sad, but the older dogs get, the harder all of our dogs are rescues. Yeah. But you find that people have a hard time adopting older dogs and fostering them for whatever reason, because they think the time's going to be shorter or whatever. But they're the ones that need the homes, I won't say the most, because they all do, but they really are in need because people bypass them time and time again, right?
And those are the ones left languishing in the shelters, along with the bully breeds, and she fits 2 of those bills, and the special needs. And I have to tell you, I am such a fan of the seniors. I'm all about the seniors. They would rather chill on the couch than chew the couch. They usually sleep. When you sleep, they are usually housebroken. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the seniors. And people should understand that when you do open up your heart and home to a senior, they often thrive and live way past their expectation. I had 2 live till 20 and 21.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And best friends, when you do this, Marlon, do you try to make sure that it's right for that family?
We come in, meet the animal. We'll give you all the information that we know about them, and you come in and meet them. Like, does it work out? Do we think that this will be a good fit for your home over the holidays for a good time frame? And if it's a match, then we make it work out.
Like Sterling, what kind of household would he be good for?
Yes, she.
I'm sorry, I couldn't tell.
She didn't hear you.
Sterling is a really sweet girl. She seems to be a couch potato. When we're in the back, she wants to sit on your lap, play with the toy. I'm sure she would love to romp out in the yard or go for a good walk throughout the week and throughout the day. But overall, I think she'll fit into most homes.
Totally affectionate.
Yeah.
I was doing an interview yesterday, and she literally would not leave my lap and kissing my face. She is just a love bug. And again, 6 years young, but look at the shape she's in.
She's excited because she's in the studio for the first time.
She's excited to meet you.
Exactly.
She says, lights, camera, action.
Exactly. She understands it. She's such a sweetheart. You can tell right now. One of the things that again, big dog lover, all this kind of thing. The one thing you want to caution people, make sure the dog is right for you and your family. Don't just fall in love with the dog because the holidays will be a nice gift, right?
Well, yes, it has to be the right fit.
Yes.
Otherwise, they could end up
because it's a commitment.
Yes, exactly. But that's why Best Friends does such an amazing job, hopefully making the perfect match. And it requires a lot of time. And they really do their due diligence.
And sometimes it may not be a perfect match, but it allows us to get information to be able to find the next good match for them.
How many dogs would you say are in your Best Friends care right now that need a home?
Throughout our organization as a whole, there's hundreds of dogs and cats.
What about in the New York area?
In the New York area, we have over about 50 dogs that are looking for loving homes.
And what about cats?
Cats, probably over 200.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Lots of cats.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you adopt a dog, is there any kind of fee associated with it?
Throughout the month of December, adoption fees are $10. So you can come down. We're at 307 West Broadway. We're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come hang out, meet the dogs, meet the cats, take them for a walk, take them out for an adventure, take them home for the holidays, whatever works out.
Do people need to make an appointment to come down?
You don't. You come walk right in. Come hang out. Let's be social. It's a good vibe. It's good energy. And Sterling will be right there waiting to say hello.
There we go. And hopefully not for long.
That's right. And with the seniors, you see what the leash says, be bold, go old.
I love it. Jill, how many animals do you have now?
Well, I actually have a small family for me. I have only 4 rescues, but I just adopted a 14-year-old blind deaf Doxy who has changed my life. I call him Dorian Gray. I feel like he's aging backwards. I couldn't love him more than if I got him out of his mother's womb. So, and I can tell you, the seniors, the best.
That's so sweet. All right.
Well, thank you, Sterling.
Give us the information one more time, Marlon.
We're at 307 West Broadway. We're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come on down. Adoption fees are $10 throughout the month of December.
I like it. Marlon Roberts, Jill Rappaport, always great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sterling.
Thanks for always bringing attention to this.
And
Everybody who
please
follows
make
you.
Sterling's holiday a happy one. Please adopt this special girl. She needs a home. Maybe not that way.
And on that note, my words.
That day is coming right back. Oh, no. Mike, it's up to you.
She's so friendly. Come on now. So cute as can be. All right. Very good. Good luck to everybody. And let's show you what we have going on outside today. We've got the gray sky. That is here. Is it a day to be out there and walk the dogs? Well, tell you what, it's going to be a cold one. Cold, but hopefully it stays dry for the most part. We do have some potential for a little snow or at least some wet snowflakes to come through for especially our northwestern counties, but we'll just have to keep an eye on things. Cold front, it's right here. And it's an Arctic blast of air that's coming in this direction. Just doesn't have a lot of moisture. So we do see a lot of clouds. It's definitely kind of taking out the sun. But when it comes to snow showers, do we get it here? More than likely, you don't have much to deal with here at all. Temp-wise, we got 36 out at Central Park, 37 degrees in Islip, and 38 degrees out on East Hampton. The wind is coming today from the west right now at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. But we will see those wind speeds get up to around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour, perhaps even gusting up to 30 because it's a strong cold front coming through. Wind chill factors, it feels like 27 out at Central Park right now. But temps probably aren't going to go up too much here today because that cold air that's following behind that Arctic blast. Now, had this cold front had more moisture with it, we would expect more, perhaps some quick light snow showers. But that looks like if anything happens, it's more up toward Binghamton, over toward Albany, maybe some for our northwestern county, but there's not much that holds on for us here in the rest of the tri-state. Area of low pressure rise by as you head into later on tomorrow. That's going to throw up some moisture in this direction, and so perhaps we get a few little light wet rain showers mixed in with some snow in our coastal areas, Jersey Shore up into the New York Harbor, out onto Long Island. It's a possibility, still not likely, even then a 20 to 30% chance, but we do have more reinforcing shots of cold air that keep coming this way. None of them really look like they're holding on to a good amount of wet weather for us here in the tri-state. We'll keep an eye on something coming through for you on Sunday, but right now we're looking at a cloudy but cold weekend. High temp today gets up to about 39 degrees. It is windy out there. Could be some flurries out there today. Again, another afternoon shower threat for you tomorrow, then dry and cool over the weekend. In fact, all the way through this 7-day forecast, these temps are below normal here. Rosanna and Curt, over to you.
All right,
don't forget, we got Sterling, too.
Yeah.
We're in love with this dog here. This dog is so
sweet.
She really
I think
is.
Sterling's going to find a home today.
I
think
agree.
so.
All you got to do is meet her.
Put that in the air.
Yes. All right, Good Day's coming right back.
Eat with Game. Well, tomorrow on Good Day, we've got Black Panther star Letitia Wright joining us to talk about her directorial debut. It's called Highway to the Moon. That sounds interesting.
Highway to the Moon.
Yeah, not Fly Me to the Moon, Highway to the
That
Moon.
sounds
She's
great.
always telling us to go to the moon, fly to the moon.
That's right.
That's
To the
always,
moon,
yeah.
Alice.
Exactly.
All right, we got to get ready because Sherry Shepherd's coming up.
Okay.
And then Jennifer Hudson at 11.
Okay. And then what? At noon?
I think the noon at noon.
Really?
Don't you know about the noon? Are you working today?
Not today. Tomorrow I will be Newsroom Live. I'll be on Newsroom Live.
Oh, Newsroom Live. That happens right now.
Right now. I'm going over there.
Okay.
Have a job.
Stay home and watch. Just get online, stay on TV. Don't go outside.
Sounds good.
Right.
Have a good day, New York.
All right, it's 10:02. You are watching Newsroom Live. We appreciate you. If you are streaming Good Day New York, maybe you were watching on YouTube or TikTok or the Fox Local app. Now you're watching us here. You can see we got our big board video happening all throughout the tri-state area today. And take a look. This is happening right now on the top screen. You can see people are busy going to and from wherever they got to go in the city today. It's one of those cold, crisp days. Actually looking at Jersey City, maybe just before you get to the Holland Tunnel. Down below there on the screen, just right here, that is actually a rally that's going to begin on the steps of City Hall in just a few minutes. It's the No Sweep Rally, Stop the Sweep Rally when it comes to homeless New Yorkers. There are actually going to be some people who are homeless or were homeless who were caught up in the sweeps in New York City as they took them off of the streets. They want to talk more about their rights, what they think is right or wrong about what's happening, and also about some of the things that they would like to see happen when it comes to housing. So whenever that starts, we're going to dip into that. That's one of the things that we do like to do here at Newsroom Live, is that when things are happening now, we can show them to you now. But before we get to that, we want to talk about a high-profile crime, not here in the city, but one of the biggest crimes that we've seen in this country over the last few years that has been unsolved for a long time. We can look a little bit at the video. This image right here may be familiar to you. Federal investigators say they finally made an arrest in one of the biggest unsolved mysteries tied to January 6th. A suspect now in custody accused of planting the pipe bombs outside the Democratic and Republican Party headquarters the night before the Capitol riot. So that happened about 5 years ago, of course. Robert, I know you kind of were tracking this. This news came out probably like 8:45 this morning. We didn't really get an indication that this was going to happen. And when you think about it, this is a case that's 5 years old in a lot of ways.
Yeah, we're approaching the 5-year anniversary, of course, of January 6th. These two pipe bombs, one outside each of the DNC and RNC headquarters, were planted the night before, January 5th, 2021. And they have been the subject of many conspiracy theories over the years. Who is this guy? And yes, it is a guy, because we know that, according to the Associated Press, a man has been arrested. Still don't know what charges he will face, but you can see him in this surveillance video from the night of January 5th.
And we don't know his identity yet.
Correct.
They haven't released his name yet. So what was one of the more interesting things here, of course, January 6th, that sort of elicits all kinds of emotions on either sides of the political aisle. There were Trump supporters who were there at the U.S. Capitol. All those arrests that followed, some of the controversy that followed, the pardoning of many of the people who were arrested that day. So you really took a side on that day, Democrat or Republican. But what's interesting about this, when it comes to the bombing and the two pipe bombs, they were placed outside both the Democratic and the Republican headquarters, which always seemed like it was unique because there wasn't sort of like a side being taken here.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why there's been so much guessing going on. And the current Deputy FBI Director, Dan Bongino, so before he took office, he said, he's a well-known kind of right-wing podcaster before he took office, and he called this an inside job and a massive cover-up. Well, fast forward to when he did assume office, when he became the Deputy Director of the FBI, he said, and I'm paraphrasing a bit here, but he said that we're redoubling our efforts to solve this case, to track this person down. But it's we saw these surveillance images of him, but very kind of shadowy figure.
Hard to tell. I mean,
hard to
he's
tell,
got
wearing a mask on. There's very little that can be distinguished except from his clothing. But now it appears as though this case is at least a whole lot closer being solved. And I mentioned Bongino this morning, right before 7:30. He posted on X, God bless America and all those who defend her. He didn't refer to this investigation specifically, but if you put two and two together, around the same time the arrest went down this morning, potentially Bongino is alluding to this case and the arrest of this man.
And so just to sort of catch people up, just in case you had the volume down, the first part of what we were talking about, federal investigators have finally made an arrest in that pipe bombing case outside of Democratic and Republican headquarters. The individual here, a man, we don't know his identity yet, but there has been an arrest that has been made. Important to note that these were real explosives, fully capable of detonating, found and disabled before they went off.
Yep.
But the FBI has long said that they could have caused serious injury. I mean, so like this wasn't just a for show kind of situation. This was somebody who intended to cause mayhem and chaos at this point.
And it's amazing, you know, how much, you know, if those bombs had gone off, how much about history could have or would have changed January 6th as it played out the next day. Very likely would not have happened because there would have been just immense security,
and reaction to this,
scrutiny, reaction, the whole thing. So the fact that these didn't go off, perhaps, you know, changed the course of history.
5 years ago, this January, it was an unsolved crime.